What's cooler than that?
This morning, new details about an urgent tip identifying Luigi Mangione as the possible shooter of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson 4 days before he was arrested. Two senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News that San Francisco police thought the man caught flashing a smile inside a Manhattan hostel.
Okay, first of all, right, we talked about this. That does not look like the same guy to me.
Yeah, he must have shaved his brow that day.
This dude actually looks better. Like when I first saw this picture, I was like, damn, that's like a Abercrombie and Finch model or something.
I feel like you pulled the hood off. There could even be girl hair under there, and it might be a girl. You don't think so? You don't think you could pull off a girl look?
That chin is just a little too strong for me.
Hey, man.
You know, for a girl, I'm trying to think. If you covered up half the face, yeah, it could be a girl. If you had on a mask, play it.
Look at those
Similar to the 26-year-old.
See, that don't look like the same dude.
No.
Right? Look at look at that. That chin doesn't look the same to me. Whatever. All right, we gotta stop interrupting. We're gonna play it.
Missing person poster and notified the FBI. One of hundreds of tips the NYPD says it received in the days following the murder. Mangione's mother filed the missing persons report in November after having not spoken to her son since July, the report says. The new information comes as the fight to bring Mangione back to New York intensifies.
He should be, and I will continue to say, be prosecuted here in New York City.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg suggesting the 26-year-old may soon drop his fight against extradition from Pennsylvania to New York.
We'll be ready whether he is going to waive extradition or whether he's going to contest extradition.
Mangione's attorney has not responded to NBC's request for comment. Meanwhile, investigators are still working to identify a motive. United Healthcare says Mangione was not insured by the company, but the NYPD says written pages found on Mangione mention the company by name, suggesting the murder was more ideological than personal. He also wrote about suffering from debilitating back pain, police say.
The injury that he suffered was a life-changing, life-altering injury, and that's what may have put him on this path.
The why of this horrific ambush fueling a larger conversation around a flawed healthcare system. Senator Elizabeth Warren making headlines with these remarks on Wednesday.
Violence is never the answer, but you can only
Isn't
push
that the
people
Native
so
American?
far. And
Elizabeth
then
Warren?
they start to take matters into their own hands.
Thompson's boss, the CEO of United Health Group, also speaking out, acknowledging in an op-ed the health system does not work as well as it should. Calling for changes that make the health system work better for everyone to honor Thompson's life and legacy.
Pause. I've heard enough.
The bad part about this is that guy probably had he has like no idea why this guy did it, right? Like he's so up there, like whatever's going on down there, he has no idea.
Just walking down the street, man. Took one to the back. I think he shot him in his leg first, and he like tripped and fell down. Then he came up and popped a couple in his head, and I don't know exactly.
Some good information that wasn't said on there. It was a 3D printed gun. I know that.
I heard that.
Yeah. It was a ghost gun. That's what they call it.
But he had it on him. Why the hell did he have it on him? It was like 7 days after the freaking murder. They caught him at McDonald's.
Well, I suppose he didn't want to like leave it somewhere for them to find it.
Bro,
if they don't
come on.
But you think you'd have ditched it somehow.
I think to myself all the time.
It's plastic, right?
Yeah, you could have melted that shit down. What are you doing? I think to myself all the time. Whenever I watch, because I watch true crime documentaries.
Threw that thing in a fire and it just been...
Bro, the amount of evidence that I could get rid of if you offered me. And here's the thing I don't think about, right? If I actually committed a crime, you don't know where your brain is at that moment. You might be panicked. You might be in this weird zone, this twilight zone where you just don't know what the hell you need time to think. So you just go and try. I don't know.
But you said it was a week later. You think you'd have figured it out by then?
I think it was like, 7 days or something. Forgive me, whatever. It was days later that they caught him. And he had the manifesto on him, I heard. He had all kinds of evidence on him.
Sounds like it's
linking
planted.
him. It does. And to tie that in, look at this picture on the screen. Do those look like the same people to you? I'm sorry, but it doesn't. Luigi looks a little less attractive to me than that other dude. I'll be honest with you. That dude straight up looks like a model, man. I don't know why they keep posting this picture. I want to know who the hell that actually is. It's not Luigi, is it? Am I wrong? Look at this photo. Look at these. Could that be him? If he put his head down just a little and turned to the right and smiled, would that be the same dude? Doesn't look like it.
I don't know. I mean, it could.
Doesn't look like it to me, bro.
Maybe they made a clone to look like it.
They cloned Tyrone. I don't know. There's so much mystery surrounding this. Why he killed the guy? First of all,
how did a McDonald's worker that can't, right? This is the whole thing. A McDonald's worker that can't get your order right
sell us
can
out.
pick him out.
How did that McDonald's worker, what's the word? Betray the whole country and call this guy in. I'm not saying I'm on Luigi's side. I don't agree with murder. I want to put that out there right now. But also, somebody has to hold the medical establishments accountable. Well, this was an insurance company. United Healthcare is an insurance company. And I said this in the previous video. Those companies are 100% responsible for people dying every year. Just from the way they monkey around with not insuring people. They monkey around with coverage. They screw you over in so many different ways. Insurance companies don't give a damn about anything but money.
Man, it just gets worse and worse too. The deductibles get higher, the coverage is less. Like it's just getting ridiculous.
It's all money. That guy that was on Joe Rogan from Ways to Well, he owns Ways to Well in Texas. It's a medical care company.
Into my pharmacy. Your grandma comes in and she tries to fill a prescription. I'll give you metformin. My cost on metformin is roughly $2. I would sell her metformin for $4. As soon as she discloses that she has insurance, I have a gag clause. I am not allowed to tell her my cash pay price. I swipe her insurance card, boom, copay $10. She gets her medicine, I charge her $10. Immediately when I swipe that card and I enter all that in the computer, I get a $7 clawback. Where does it go? It goes to the PBM. I could have saved her $6, but I can't disclose to her. I make less money, she pays more money, and the money goes back to the big insurance companies.
He was talking about how destructive insurance companies are to the medical industry and how they run the industry, right? When you talk about doctors now, doctors are just pill pushers. They don't know almost anything about medicine anymore. They have to prescribe a certain amount. Like they're there to push pills to people and sell prescriptions.
Got to meet their quota.
Yeah. And insurance companies are the ones that run that. Insurance companies force doctors to be that way. Don't ask me to get into the details of it, but 100% the insurance companies are behind why our medical institutions are failing. I want to read some of these comments. Mm-hmm. So what you're telling me is that within a week you're able to find someone on the missing persons list if they allegedly slay a millionaire. But when it's a child or everyday person, they will go years, decades even, before they're found. That's right. Oh, there's no, like, you call the police and say, hey, my child was abducted. Oh, that's cool. Sorry.
We'll send a guy over.
Yeah. We'll look into it, right? Imagine if police investigated all murders like that. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you guys have the resources. That's what we're hearing. Yeah. But if you're a normal, average, everyday Joe, man, good luck, buddy.
Well, you know what it is, too, though. The media almost pushes it, and then the governor comes and say, hey, you're going to make us look bad if you don't solve this crime. Like, I feel like there's a lot more into it, too, than just the cops, like, not doing their job. But they're almost like, we got to, like, the police commissioner goes to the police station, right? Like, you guys got to solve this and solve it now.
Right. I think also, and I'll try to help him out here just a tiny bit. I think also because this was one of those murders that was on camera, like it was caught on like a street camera or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of murders or kidnaps or abductions, you don't get to see footage of the killers. It's just like, my daughter's gone. Right. But it's like, my daughter's gone. What happened to her? And they're like, oh, we checked there's no footage of her being abducted. We don't know the guy. So it's a lot harder for them to track these cases, I guess. I get that. But other than that, it's like, man, you guys are putting a whole lot of effort into this. And he was a rich guy and everybody's pissed because also the company he worked for was a dirty insurance company, but you won't put any effort into looking into any of that. Like the shit they're doing to people, like pushing pills, pushing prescription, making people addicted to opioids, ruining people's lives just so they can get their profit. Right. Nobody wants to look into that shit.
Man, I can even tell you an insurance thing for me, and it's not necessarily health, but like even my eye insurance, man. I pay for that. I went in, I had to get glasses, but there's like the company I have, they're supposed to reimburse me the money. I send in the receipts. I did all the stuff I was supposed to do. Guess what they sent me? A $20 check. And I was like, what? You're supposed to pay for my frames. And it says, but if you read all the jargon on the back of it, it says like, you can dispute this and da-da-da-da-da. So like, there's so much like underwriting, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And they know, like, I'm just going to give up because it's not worth my time. Like, I'm like, screw it.
Get a lawyer?
For a couple $100?
Right.
Yeah. For me, it's not worth my time. I'm like, screw it.
Bro, they do that to people all the damn time. It never ends. And there's hundreds of thousands of these cases where they get away with blatantly stealing from and contributing to the deaths of average everyday citizens. And nobody's looking into it. Nobody cares. I don't want to make this video too long. What do you think about this dude? Are you on his side or my side? Or no, not my side. I'm on him. I got to be careful what I say.
I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. I mean, obviously he shouldn't have did what he did, right? Like,
you shouldn't go murder people. But on the
I
other
do
half,
understand why he did it, maybe.
Right, you shouldn't go murder people, but on the other half of the discussion, sometimes the only reasoning you can do with someone is the reasoning of a bullet.
And maybe he just fixed the whole healthcare system by doing this. So maybe
he brought
he's
awareness.
a godsend, right?
He brought awareness to it, if nothing else. He brought more awareness to it. I don't know why it takes that. It takes a murder to do it, but and if this is even him, there's still so many videos out there of like this picture. This guy might be getting set the up, bro. This might not even be the actual
They
dude.
just had to get somebody, right?
Yeah. Nowadays, with all the fake stuff and the power that government has and everything else, it'd be so easy to set somebody up like this.
Police commissioner is like, I don't care. You got to get somebody and get somebody now.
Get them now. Put them on there. That's right.
Just find somebody that looks close to him.
He had, like we talked about earlier, the evidence he had on him, like everything just tied him back to the crime.
And he's just carrying it around with him.
Oh, it was perfect. It's like open and
we just
closed
found him
case.
at McDonald's, like chilling there.
Yeah.
Hanging out at McDonald's.
And now they're like, oh, and we found his fingerprints. You know, we got his fingerprints off a bottle and the fingerprints found at the scene. It's like, come on. You guys.
I didn't say this on camera. He was also like a valedictorian, so this guy wasn't like dumb.
No.
He's a smart man.
He
doesn't seem like something a smart man would do.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is they're saying he had this crazy surgery, right? And now he's in a lot of pain and all that. Maybe he's got some kind of
demons going on.
Yeah, he's got some kind of beef with the insurance company, the medical institutions.
He's hooked on pills.
Yeah, it's possible. I'll give him that. I don't know. I wish they would put this trial on TV. So we you're going to put on the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp freaking trial on TV, but they probably won't televise this one. That's what pisses me off. Who decides that, by the way? I don't even know. Like, can the news not just go in and film a trial, or is that something the judge can veto? I don't know how that works.
Keep people out of the courtroom.
That pisses me off. We all want to know, obviously. You can read the comments on any video you see talking about Luigi. Read the comments. People want to know what's happening with this trial.
You know, the defense is going to fight, even if because see now, if they know, like his lawyer can see that everybody's defending, he's like, man, we need to get the cameras in there, make this like a public 100%, thing.
And that'll probably sway the jury. I'll tell you that much. If the jury's reading anything about this trial, I bet you they've already got questions. This sounds dirty to me, and I'm not saying I'm for murder. I'm not for any of that. He should not have killed the CEO, but also, somebody's got to be held responsible for the shit that these insurance companies pull all the time. And a lot of people get frustrated and we don't know what the hell else to do. I can't fight you in court, okay? A bullet is pretty cheap. And some people go that route, you know? And I'm not saying what he did was right, but I'm not telling you that I hate the guy. I'm going to say that right now. I don't hate him, okay? And I'm going to keep up with this case as long as I can because these people are responsible for a lot of shit that goes wrong in a lot of people's lives, and they're just doing it for money, and it's wrong.
So he's in New York, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Let us know what you think in the comments about this case. Email us if you have stories you want us to talk about on air. If If you have questions, anything, email us at btgsquad128@gmail.com. Watch the video, comment, let us know what you think about this case, and we'll catch you guys in the next show.
Peace.
What's cooler than that?
Well, keep it simple, stupid.